plays like that.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard.
Washington set to get the football again here. And Charles, for Washington, you think back to all that optimism week 1. They beat Philadelphia, but that optimism, it has dissipated some. A loss to Arizona in week 2, followed by a 34-20 defeat to the Cleveland Browns in week 3. And the Washington offense turning the ball over 5 times in total in that game, including 3 Dwayne Haskins interceptions that all led to Browns touchdowns.
And I know that everyone is struggling who's a fan of the Washington football team because that big win over Philadelphia, as you mentioned, pretty much is gone now, right? We can't even really talk about it, and that was opening day. But Ron Rivera, the head coach, will then put it into perspective for me. He talked about Dwayne Haskins, and people said, hey, maybe we should have a different quarterback. He's like, how is he going to get better if we don't play him? This is a building year for this Washington team, whether people want to admit it or not. Let him go out there, play through some of the mistakes, try and get better, and find out if you have your quarterback for the future. Chase Young, I think he's a defensive end for the future as well. Unfortunately, they lost him to a groin injury in this game. So their schedule coming up, 2 home games, but guess who they get? Baltimore and then the Rams. Nothing's going to be easy for this Washington team.
And 6.
Third down, here's Haskins. And the throw incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
6 at the Giants' 15-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Giants 7, Washington 6.
Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Short of the goal line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Barber. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is really pulling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Interesting. A chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on fourth down. Now it's Haskins, and this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Logan Thomas there to make the grab, and Washington has retaken the lead. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful, as if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
At the 25-yard line, the Giants take over first and 10.
The Giants offense heads back out, and this Giants team loses to 3 straight to begin 2020. The last one, the worst of the 3, 36-9. They fall at home to San Francisco. And New York, they could only muster 3 Graham Gano field goals on offense, did not make a single trip to the red zone. And, of course, no Saquon Barkley. Joe Judge may be saying, well, what have I got myself into here? I mean, if you're a Giants fan, Charles, what are you looking forward to the rest of the way?
But you got to look forward to the small things, all right? You got to see how your number 1 pick, left tackle Andrew Thomas, continues to progress and get better. You got to see if recently signed Devontae Freeman can pick up the slack at running back with Saquon Barkley being out. You have to see that your quarterback, Daniel Jones, is making progress and making leaps and getting better. All that is all you focus in on, because wins and losses right now, that's really not the priority for you. You've got to figure out who's going to get better at placing next year. They go to the Rams this week.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
And 7.
Now Jones sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play call, the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Right back to him for 20 and a first. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10. Down at the 31. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That goes for a gain of 31. Now, we know this offense has the potential to quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Now Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
At the 3-yard line.
Steps, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way.
It got his man complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will bring it back. It's a Picks Giants touchdown.